kind of a none of us want these things. He didn't get the echo chamber he expected because quite a lot of people apparently have Teslas as their second cars, which amused me. And then he came out with the what are they going to do? You know, like when the power cuts happened last year. And then I said, well, you can't charge a petrol car when there's no power because petrol stations don't open when there's no power. I don't understand. But he's like, oh, well, that's your opinion, and I don't want to argue about it. I'm allowed my opinion. You are too. Like, what? What's not my opinion? Petrol stations shut. They do. This is just, yeah. As I said, didn't get the echo chamber he was so desperately hoping for. I hate it when people aren't in my echo chamber, but I like being in other people's ones. I did check, by the way, in my config, it does say VSync off, but that's definitely not the case because I'm getting 72, and sometimes I get 36, so it exactly halves.
Right, why do you not run it higher? Like I do 90 for this game. I don't understand why you don't.
The only reason I reduced it was in the hope that I would hit that target more reliably, and in the hope that I would get more battery life out of the Quest.
Right, but from our discussions about this game in VR,
yep.
you seem to be getting half of the performance you should be getting because you.
Well,
I'm
only
running
sometimes.
on a much more lowly rig.
Yeah, but I'm running at 72 right now, and it's absolutely fine, not a problem. 72, somewhere between 71.8 and 72.3, absolutely spot on. But sometimes it will drop to 36. Like exactly half. It means it's not finishing a frame in time, but that's not how VR is supposed to render. You don't.
Yeah, but that's also not how it. That also doesn't happen to me.
Well, wait. How do you know? How do you know it doesn't?
Because I've got an on-screen performance monitor in virtual desktop, and it tells me when it's doing. What do you call it? Hang on a minute, I've got the name of the option.
That doesn't necessarily mean that Live for Speed isn't supplying the software with frames, but are just identical frames. It's acting as if it was with VSync on. Hold on, let me actually put this out. Right, there we go. Let me put the headset on.
Yeah, so synchronous spacewarp, I can have it disabled, automatic, or always enabled, and so I'm acutely aware of when it kicks in because I can see in the performance overlay.
You're right.
And like I say, this game is not demanding enough. So even on my lowly rig, even on the GT 730, if I turned the graphics option down enough, I could easily run this game at 90 in VR.
Yeah, no, I agree, but essentially it's two bits of the track where I lose performance, but I'm not losing performance, as I said, in a way that makes sense. I'm losing performance as if it's V-syncing. What should happen is it should drop from 90 frames per second to 89, but you continue to get even frame pacing. What it actually does is it looks like it then drops into full reprojection, which means it drops down to 45, which is obviously stupid, but I don't know why.
For a minute there, what was the ignition key on the steering wheel? Because I'd stalled it by tapping out. It's the big button inside the collar that I never use.
Oh, I use that for flashing the lights because I felt that was. So here I'm getting 36 frames per second at this point. Here, right, if I park here, 36, and it makes even less sense because all I'm looking at here is off the ends of the frickin' track. Like if I look back to the track,
so something's not right.
Yeah, I agree. Something is definitely stupid. There's no way. Well, unless you come and park beside me, and you get 36.
Okay, where are you? At the sort of parking place?
I'm just on the exit to the pit lane. Yeah.
I can see some purple blobs.
Hold on, I just realised is my motion rig moving? No, it's not. Why is it not? I didn't even notice. Oh.
Right.
Yeah. So here, if I look forwards, I get 36. So I get half.
90.
Yes. So I'm getting half. Because also bear in mind I am on. Let me see. I am on 8 times anti-aliasing. If I drop it to 4 times, it's just not quite. I turn off the mirror anti-aliasing. Nope, not making a difference. Vector filtering, no, not making a difference. The thing is, the game doesn't really have a lot of options to change.
So it's currently taking 12 milliseconds to draw a frame, 12 to encode it, 6 for networking, 10 to decode it, and so that's 51 milliseconds latency with HEVC.
12, oh, right, so 12 sounds suspicious. No, hold on, that doesn't even get you 90. So that's lying. You need 11.1 to get 90. I only know this because I typed it in chat just earlier.
Yeah, it was only that split second. In fact, it turns orange when it goes above 11, so when it's 10, it's white.
But, yeah, I mean, I don't notice it. I'm not feeling awful frame rate or anything. It's just, I mean, the only reason I can really tell is because I can see it. But I don't know why. That's the annoying bit. I don't know. But you don't know at what resolution you're running at, do you? Because you said you dropped it to desktop resolution, which does sound incredibly low.
No, I never said that. I said that there was an option to optimize resolution. There's no way to set it per se, other than what the game has it set at. Do you even get resolution settings when you're in VR?
Well, yes, I'm at 3616 by 1840. Because that's...
Is that what the game shows you?
No, that's what Oculus tells me. So that's the size of the frame buffer that it's rendering into it. I'm at 175% resolution on top of that. But that's probably actually just a bigger buffer in.
Yeah, I don't know what size the frame buffer is. I'm not sure how I could tell. Unless I used Oculus Link.
But what resolution...
Which I won't, because then I couldn't talk to you.
What resolution scaler did you pick?
So it's fine anything up to, I was experimenting last time we played, and I could go really high, about 200?
So I'm at a... Yes, if I just...
I could go up to about 200. If I go over 200, it starts to suffer. So I generally have it on 125, because that looks fine.
Yes,
plenty of overhead.
If I choose to 25... So if I go to 25%... It's still at 36 frames a second. It's not fill rate.
So something's not right.
Something else is wrong. I completely agree. I just have no idea what it is.
Yeah, and you use Oculus Link as well, don't you? It's such a shame virtual desktop's not free.
Actually,
I
use Quest Link because they've just renamed it this patch.
Yeah, it's weird though that it's still on the headset. It still shows up as Rift, doesn't it?
No, it now says on the actual thing. It now says Quest Link rather than Oculus Link, but only as of this patch.
Yeah, it says, but then it says Rift underneath it, unless as of today it changed. Because yesterday I did it, and I was amused at the fact it said Rift.
Oh, I'll have to check. I might not have noticed. No, I think it's the word Oculus they've removed, not the word. Quest.
Yeah, exactly. They've changed it to Quest Link. There's Quest Link to show that it's available, and then underneath it says Rift, meaning you can play what they call Rift games.
Gotcha.
Which is just very confusing.
Shall we start? I've been in this race 52 minutes.
Yeah, let me turn this performance overlay off because it is distracting.
Oh no, not that one. Oh no! What? Where is my? I had a macro for getting the same card.
If you're interested in trying to fix it, why don't you just get virtual desktop? Because you can always refund it if you don't like it. But like I say, I find it superior to Quest Link.
I probably could do. I mean, bear in mind, I don't use this headset for anything apart from lipper speed. Max, did you get my message? I messaged you about where the dead zone was. Was it? Did you have? Did you have that on?
Give me a second. I'm just getting a signal to get to the desk. So you said it was under controls, fancy for feedback, dead zone removal.
Yeah.
Options. Controls.
It's a tad.
controls.
Yo.
You're very early.
Yeah. It's the day off.
Oh, from what?
July 4th.
Oh, there. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Fuck you off, fuck you day.
Yes.
Ungrateful colonials.
Yeah, are you allowed
Yeah,
to
by
talk to us?
Glorious Trader Day. Love it.
It's worth pointing out, Tad, in case you weren't already aware. It's seriously worth that. We don't give a shit. We don't care. We're like, yeah, whatever.
Oh, I know.
It's not like, oh no,
It's
we
so
really
over it
wish
now.
America was still part of the UK. Like, absolutely not.
Yeah. I think we lost interest soon after we invented America, didn't we?
Yeah, pretty much. That's why there was just we just basically just killed enough of them so they left or something.
Oh, okay, so you can make it minus 255, so minus 255. Is that then? Oh, whoa! No, that's completely the wrong way. Although, does it really solve that little? No, there is a dead zone there.
Oh, because I was hoping you could turn off the dead zone with that option. That was the plan.
I can make it much more sensitive to to my input.
That's
Okay.
having
Don't think
watched
that's
having
desirable.
watched you the last few weeks. That's the opposite of what you want. Your issue is overcompensation rather than under.
Yeah, I can make it a bigger number.
I don't know. I just wanted to make sure you had dead zones disabled.
Oh, right.
Ooh.
Dead
Oh,
zone, dead zone.
wait, hold on. That's
What's
not.
the dead zone? Yes, what's dead zone? Oh, dead zones, yes, there we are.
So, Shaka, let me talk you
Oh,
through.
I see. Yes, okay.
Was
There is
it?
no false feedback.
Did you have dead zones enabled
What
then?
happened?
Yes, I did.
Right. Okay. Good. Well, that's good because now you have no dead zones. So, Shaka, let me come going. Oh, Shaka's a little bit close to me. I'll just apply a bit of brake. Oh no, I don't need to brake hard. The brake pedal's force feedback is disabled. I wonder. I was pushing the clutch. Well, there's no way Denver isn't fucking cheating, is there?
Oh my god. Doesn't do him a lot of good.
Why is he hitting me?
I've just kicked him.
Like, being able to go that speed is great and all, but if you can't control it at a discern, we were gonna beat him just fine.
Not wreck fest.
Ooh, the car feels twitchy today. Anyway,
Ooh.
I have to. I have
Like
to.
force feedback twitchy?
No, just slightly car twitchy. I have to be serious today because I am now a proud owner of a Motorsport UK Clubman RS license, which basically means I'm now a professional race driver. And I had to fill in a form and a promise that I definitely don't have any epileptic fits, and that was pretty much it. And done. And it's free as well. So on the
That's nice.
11th, I'll be hopefully doing an auto sol event, which is drive around in a car park on a set course and don't hit the cones.
Oh, do we have to do 5 laps? I can't survive 5 laps.
I could be setting up my new laptop. We've all got
It's gonna
gripes.
go wrong.
I mean, that's
before
the.
getting to the end of the
Something I
podcast.
found out though.
I was going to say, that's what we are supposed to be progressing towards longer races where it is about consistency. And what's about your laptop?
They
Tad?
don't sell laptops.
Who
They don't
does?
sell laptops that aren't Windows 11 now, which makes me very sad.
Well, Windows 11 and Windows 10 are pretty much the same, though, aren't they?
Yeah, but I've had my taskbar on the left-hand side of my screen
Oh.
for probably 15 years now,
You
and
can't
I can't do
customize
that anymore.
No, you can't.
No.
They've taken it out.
No, you actually can't. It's
Yep.
trash.
They've made a big
Well,
thing.
I get a program that lets you do it. Bloody hell.
No,
Not
you
when
can't.
make it, really.
That's the thing. No, I don't think you understand, Max. I don't have my taskbar on my main monitor. I have my taskbar on a different monitor. I can't do
I
that
think they're going to
anymore.
add it back.
Well, they are
They're
saying
going to add it back in.
there's a lot of complaints to this.
Stardust.
They're saying,
Oh.
no, Max, I don't think you understand. You're talking about a different operating system. They've completely rewritten the way the dock works in Windows 11.
It's an executable.
And they didn't.
You can change the executable.
Well, is it an executable? That's a bit of a statement for something you don't know anything. Oh, sorry, Tad. About.
The executable is the Windows operating system. What are you talking about?
I mean,
Why would
There
they
are
have
lots of programs
different
that let you change the
executables
Windows
inside
GUI
the
if you just like it.
executable?
okay, is there one that lets you specifically do this? Because I don't know of one, and I hate.
Stardock?
Which is a Windows 10
I'm way
program?
too fast into that corner.
As I said, if there is one, I'm absolutely not aware of it, and I have seen, even for something that doesn't run Windows 11, the backlash online of what the fuck are you doing, Microsoft? This is not. This is a
Why are
really.
you taking our functionality away?
And Microsoft do that in every build they release. They take something away that they think nobody uses.
But it's a weird one. Is I use this a lot. I when I run Unity, I run it full screen, and on a different monitor, I have my taskbar. So I don't like pop-up taskbars because then I can't, see it. And then some programs
What are you doing with your car?
I had a bit of a park. I'm gonna guess my tyres are warm, but it's because we played Wreckfest last night, and I'm still trying to drift it like Wreckfest, and it's not working.
How did you recover so quickly?
I got back on the track, and why am I in the grass?
What the hell? Oh, that's ridiculous.
How do you reset yourself?
Oh, you're very quiet, Mike.
How do you reset yourself?
You don't. Stop being rubbish.
Press
There is a
spacebar.
button.
Spacebar. Ah, excellent. If only I'd known that.
Well, DJ's been threatening to take that away, and he's never gotten around to doing it.
I wouldn't mind putting it
Don't tell him.
on a 10-second timer or something. It does seem a bit like I was assuming you. Ooh, that was an early break.
Yeah, deal with it.
I
You're
did-
behind me. Deal with my braking.
I believe there is a rule about
No, don't stop piping on about
what-
malicious braking. That's bullshit. You just say that when you're the one behind. There's someone brakes in front.
Oh, I do.
There's someone brakes in front
I
of
do
you.
it to people, but only because there's no marshals to actually tell me off.
There's future Schalke.
Karma will
He'll
get
tell you
you.
off.
Don't worry.
Well, is that what happened to you a minute ago?
What are you two doing?
Practicing,
Yeah.
warming up.
What
You
did
woke
you just
up
say?
yesterday with the other racing game you play.
Can I just check that you just said karma will get me and then drove into the sand?
I said Karma will get you, and then you drove into a barrier, and then
No,
I
you
I
drove.
drove into the sand. But you hit the barrier
So it
first.
works both ways then, doesn't it?
Apparently,
Hmm.
Karma is like a psychic boomerang, which is a quote from Howard the Duck, I think. I don't care what anyone says. I love that film. Wait, how am I in second?
Apollo 13.
Because Shulka's gone.
I had a wipe, and then later other people had wipes, so
I think,
it's not one in detail, this race.
yeah, we have had quite a lot of offs. I mean, it wasn't an auspicious
Yeah.
start when I got the clutch and the brake mixed up.
Ugh.
And Max doing whatever Max just did.
Going sideways.
Totally.
Oh my god, Shaka, you won the race. I'm like 3 corners from the end of the race still.
Yeah, I told you, Shulka's just gone. I get to find out if any of my Windows 10 compatible games are going to work on Windows 11.
They will, they will.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, Windows 11, Windows 10 is very, very, very similar, apart from the dock.
It's just a bigger, yeah.
And not much as far as I know.
Well, then why can't my mom play Farmville? Other than the people that code that game are dog shit.
Wait, that runs in a web browser, so what's that got to do with the web? What's that got to do with
But
the
it's
operating
been well, they've had to like band-aid that so much because Flash is gone now that nothing works anymore.
system?
That was announced like years ago.
Yeah,
that
it's not
Flash
been-
was going in the bin.
Yeah,
It's
well,
not a secret.
yeah,
Whoa.
it's been
Yeah, that doesn't mean that they know what they're doing.
Well, but Farmville
Yeah.
has been HTML5 for about 4 years now, and doesn't care what operating system you're on. So I'm gonna put to you that there's something else at fault there. I'm gonna blame you. Oh yeah, I forgot. I've still got a full tank of fuel. I've still got 99.1 litres of fuel left. It's about the size of a
Sitting on
Hummer.
a gold mine.
What's that? That's about 200 quid's worth of fuel. Well, assuming it's
Yeah.
diesel. No, I was chatting with Mike earlier because I'm going to go be doing a track day quite soon, and I worked out if I went in the Impreza, probably it's 80 quid in fuel to get to the track and home again, plus whatever it costs on the track, which is
Big car.
ridiculous. Yeah, but this time let's see if we can keep it on the track, and I will put my foot over the brake, not the clutch.
He's only had his Tesla less than a year, and he's already forgotten which pedals do what. This is terrible.
Well, in reality, of course, I can look down and see my feet in the pedals, but it's a bit harder to do that in VR.
Wasn't there a VR headset that has a pass-through if you push the button?
Well, yes, but then I'd have to press the button as I came up to every corner to make sure I hadn't got feet issues.
Is that the Oculus, or was that a different one?
Yeah, the Oculus will do it,
Huh.
but I'm not going to do that. The way I worked it out was I put my foot on the pedal and it had no resistance at all, and I was like, oh shit, that's the clutch.
I was about to say to Shulka that I was going to follow his racing line, and then he goes flying off the track. I did not follow his racing line anymore.
Oh, wrong gear.
But he recovers super
Good surface. Ah!
Screech.
After that, over.
Hey, Mike.
God, you're just gone.
Oh, this light band. Oh.
I like the way that the skin that both Max and Mike have chosen, sponsored by Clara.net, if you remember them.
I can't tell who was sideswiping, but somebody was.
I think we had a coming together. I think you'd call it.
Fucking's the word.
You nearly wiped yourself out there, Mike.
I don't tend to get to go through corners with other people very often, Schalke, so it's probably my lack of experience there.
That's kind of counterintuitive because driving close by to somebody is very different. All kinds of different mechanics.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You got to go a lot slower
Yeah,
for a start.
definitely.
Why I tend to just slow down, stick to the back, and just race by myself, because
Grass.
I'm not good at this.
It's also the curb.
That's
It's the grass.
That's the curb, Mike. What are you doing on the curb?
Having fun.
It's rather your spine than mine. It's alright, I'll outbrake you on this corner. Hey, it worked! Psychology 100. Hey! Marshall!
I am quite far,
Yeah.
not directly seeing what's happening.
Now, Mike and
Who's in the wrong car?
had a very good corner, but I came out of it a little bit slower than him. And instead of slowing down, he just gave me a little bit of extra speed out the corner, which it's nice, you know, it's sportsmanlike.
You mean he was going significantly faster and then you blocked him illegally?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Well, I yeah,
Just like that.
significantly, I think is overstating it.
You didn't see the closing speed.
I did, because I've got wing mirrors and I
You were
use
in
them.
front.
And you're on the Durst. Durst? On the sand.
Red
Oh,
Durst.
the racing line isn't available.
Oh, really?
Sand.
Yeah, because you've got forced cockpit view, which
Oh.
makes absolutely no fucking sense.
Yes, I don't understand why they did not
Don't
different
care
options.
about it.
Come on, little car. I'm worried I'm going to break the clutch. Oh, put it on 2 wheels. Wait. I've lost him. Where have you gone, Mike? What happens?
I did a pirouette.
Oh, God.
Oh, there.
I put it on. I hit a curb and I put it on 2 wheels. And when I landed it, I was looking around and I couldn't find you.
I think I'd outbrake myself, and then you were in front of me, and I tried not to hit you, and then I just span.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. I mean, I nearly rolled it, so it was nearly all for nothing anyway.
There's 2 more laps, is there?
Oh. No.
And immediately back on the road when off-roading. Oh, such dangerous habits.
I mean, you don't do that in real life because obviously you don't want to get hit in the back of the head with a car.
Ideally, no.
Oh, wow. I thought I was doing really well, but I'm 2 seconds off my personal best. And I wonder if that's because I've accidentally put 100 litres of fuel in it. So I have an itchy toe and I can't scratch it without taking my foot off the accelerator.
You've got another foot?
Yeah, but my other foot is just in the wrong position because there's a bar between my legs.
Rub your foot against the accelerator.
But the itch is on the top of my toe and I'm having to keep the accelerator depressed in order
Where's
to...
Dora when you need her?
Your toe.
Do what with my toe?
I can't believe we're having to explain how to use your own feet.
But both my feet are busy.
Any excuse.
Well...
Where's Dora? Dora!
Yes, you're right. I can quickly get Dora over and then train her to just lick the right part of my feet with her scratchy tongue.
You won't get Hamilton making excuses like this. Can you imagine?
She
Like
likes
he
to
lost
bite
weight
the
and he
feet
said, "Oh, I
anyway."
hit my toe."
I came third because of an itchy toe.
I don't know, there's probably a big list of the excuses F1 drivers have given, and I expect that's not even, wouldn't even be in the top 10. Ah, bliss.
Whoa! Whee! Backwards, forwards, round the rails. Yeah, I saw a bit of lawn mowing on the F1 racing at the weekend.
Oh yeah,
It was hilarious.
with the what's we call it? The flip where he slid on the halo. That was something else. That was.
Oh, it was mental, yeah.
Same car. Now we're getting the hang of it. Different car.
Can we do the city track in this car?
Yes. I don't know whether or not we'll have ramps. I don't know why the ramps turned up, but I'll do the backwards one. We didn't have ramps. Either Shauka or I have done something stupid on the server, or I guess there's a bug.
I figured out commands how to manage the layouts.
Okay.
They're now buried in the Discord somewhere.
Yeah. It was interesting watching the replay, by the way, Shaka, because you know the corner at the end of the straight. When you showed it there, I realised how sharp that corner is. It's really, really nasty. Right, chicane route is the one that we normally do, so let's do chicane route. And I'll make it a cloudy sunset as well. And we'll offer up a small prayer to the patron saint of driving in circles that there aren't any ramps.
And your thing's still quite large considering the servers in America.
It's, yeah, he's having a few ping spikes, but he's having ping spikes up to like 150 rather than 2,000.
2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can take that.
Oh, this is the backwards version of the track. Whoopsie. Sorry, everyone.
It's a backward version of the mini-map as well, though.
Yeah, that's how I worked out we were going backwards, because I looked at the mini-map and went, But we have done
I
this
say
before.
this knowing I will take a wrong turn.
Well, your next turn is you've got now a long bit and then a very nasty downwards bit that's quite exciting. But you should be able to take it flat out and then a long, long braking corner. But you don't have to touch the brakes on this corner. You can take that flat out. It's just really quite scary and only sometimes goes really, really
Mario Kart.
wrong.
Do Mario Kart.
Oh dear, I have.
Amazingly, is actually kicking ass. Well done.
Well, yeah, I'm having to look at the mini-map a lot because I do not know the route.
I'm just
I
following
can't
you.
remember.
Oh dear. I was
You're
like,
a
I'm so
twat.
pleased with him. No, I'm saying I'm so pleased that you're doing so well because I can follow you. And they're like, oh shit. Followed you into a crash barrier, which isn't what you did, but that's what I did.
You said you were following me, so I used that to my advantage to misdirect you.
Yeah, that sharp right-hander there, I took a look at it in the replay last time,
Whoa.
and it's a crazy sharp corner. Now, you probably take that about 10 miles an hour in reality. Oh, there's a crash coming up, so be careful.
Smooth fuck.
I don't
I
think...
think I've messed up my car somehow.
Is your car immune to all the smashing and bashing you're doing to
Oh,
it?
God, Tad!
Ah!
So, like, in a hypothetical very close race, if you wipe out, or just go off the track and spin a bit,
Yeah.
if you are then to only join on empty, you basically have to wait for the entire rest of the race to go past.
That is likely.
Join on empty's a bit of a vague one, though. It's more like join on
Thank you.
safe.
Let me help you, Dad. Oh, you sorted yourself
You
out.
disagree.
People on the way
Leave
have
me on my
tried
side so I can hit spacebar.
But if you watch Schalke's videos, if someone joins and it causes someone else to go "Whoa," a little bit,
Yes.
then they'll get told off by
Yes.
the video editor. Whereas I know your position is like, well, if I don't cause you to crash when I join, then that's safe.
I think the rule is I shouldn't cause you to,
Break.
People on the way have the right of way. So if they're dodging, things are going wrong.
I think I've broken something.
It does annoy me in real life the way people join carriageways sometimes on a slip road and they act like they've got rights of way and they don't try and speed match or anything. They just come barreling down, join to the car in front of them, and whatever gap the car in front is going in, they're going in it too. You know?
yeah.
I hate that. 'Cause
I think I did mention I did nearly have an accident on the motorway because I followed a car up the slip road onto the motorway about 40 miles an hour. So as soon as was possible, I pulled onto the motorway, did a big shoulder check, and then pulled out into the middle lane and put my foot down. And in that process, as I turned my head back towards the front, that person had pulled into the centre lane of an otherwise dead motorway at 50 miles an hour. So they didn't come to motorway speed, just immediately started to just dribble along in the middle lane. I just
50.
don't get it. At 50, yeah, not at 70. That then I would have been so in the wrong. But it just never crossed my mind that anyone would ever try and do that. I shouted up speed up in the shadow as I overtook her as well. It's a shame there isn't a racetrack version of every track. So this exact same track, but instead of having Armco, it's got runoff.
Runoff? Armco? What are those?
Armco is the grey barriers up the sides. So that is a proper noun, isn't it? I forgot what the generic is. Crash barrier, I suppose.
barrier?
Just
Speed trap.
So runoff is just, grass. Something other than a wall. Tad, what the hell?
My car is not happy.
Speaking of shoulder checks, do you remember this
What?
proposed law? I don't know if it's come into effect, but that when drivers and passengers open car doors, they have to use the hand furthest from the handle to operate the door.
Well, that law cannot come into force. It would not be possible. That is not possible for me to open my car with that hand. It does not work. Full stop. No ifs, no buts. Can't be. Well, I guess I could probably manage it, but that's not how it works on the Tesla. How can I describe it? It's shaped a little bit like a PlayStation. You know the PlayStation Move controller that was also a gun? It's shaped a bit like that. So you grab what is essentially a diagonal handle, and where your thumb rests is the unlock button, and then you open it. You can't do it with the other hand. It just doesn't work. Yeah, the Dutch reach.
Oh, they're not. It's not about how you operate the mechanism. It's about how you push the door open, so that to cause you to twist, so that you're looking towards people on bikes and pedestrians. That's the point. I know that different cars have weird handles.
I've never come across a car like the Teslas. Every single time someone's in the car for the first time, I stop, they're going to get out, I will shout at them, don't use the emergency oh, you've already pulled it. Every time. So it's a really weird and unintuitive exit method, and
On the i3, people, when they pull the door closed, invariably reach for the door pocket instead of the handle, because the handle isn't where they expect it to be. The handle's at the top of the door card.
It's good that the emergency exit is so obvious that no need for any tutorial on the car to use it.
Yes, but people use the emergency exit when they shouldn't. That's the problem. We saw a post from someone who's a taxi driver saying, will it be a problem if I get a Model 3 as a taxi? And everyone's like, everybody will use the wrong button. They will all use the emergency exit, and that will damage the car's opening mechanism over time. Oh, my clutch. Should we do this one again in the T34? Which is a bit less hairy than this one. Now you've all memorised the track. You memorised the track, yeah? Excellent.
I've crashed so many times, I spent more time in the pits.
Well, a little bit less...
How did I get third place? Oh, plus one lap.
So yeah, the T34, T34 Sport, which we have all used a bunch of times, and we're all brilliant at it. I immediately try and exit the pits that's the clutch, in the wrong direction. Oh, the ones we do regularly, by the way, it is easier, obviously, if you add them to your favourites, rather than having to search.
T34 Sport.
Yes, the little star just adds it to your favourites, then you can filter by those. I like on that last race, by the way, I was 3 seconds faster than you, Schalke, on my best lap, but I crossed the line 45 seconds slower than you.
I don't think I've driven this because I haven't got my colours for it.
It's not very fast. It's got thin wheels. It's quite oversteery, but if it does oversteer, come off the power and you can drift it really nicely. It's an excellent one for learning about not being too lead foot, because it's forgiving and it's not that fast.
This is the one I think I saw on Schalke's video where everyone was going airborne.
That doesn't narrow it down.
Because of the ramps.
But you can really get a good drift on this car, and this is the only car that I can even slightly drift. But essentially, when you're driving, when you hear the revs go up a bit, or spot the revs go up a bit, just come off the accelerator a wee bit, and it will behave nicely. Can you do this bit full speed in this car? Nope, absolutely not.
No.
Oh God, fuck. Why do I have a yellow flag?
Your answer is no.
I'm upside down. Shall we
You got
start?
Halo?
No, my head is literally just flat on top. Shall we start the race then?
Can't weigh anything.
It's got skinny tyres. Oh, gold.
Oh, you have car problems.
Well, he's picked the really fast one. Nope, now he's gone back to the Mini. Now he's picked the really fast old open wheeler. This one's good because it's not that fast, so it's a bit harder to really get into trouble. And the wing mirrors are cool as well. So I did alter the config files to try and change the car lods. That doesn't seem to have made any difference at all. In the shadows, Max, in the shadows!
So what you do in the shadows?
I speed up in the shadows.
And that's what they're calling it now.
So yeah, don't take this bit flat out, the car won't do it.
Challenge accepted.
Oh,
whoa! Watching!
Retired! Excuse me? Okay.
Funny thing is, I slowed down to avoid that, and still went wrong.
Yeah, so I slowed down a lot before that and still managed to crash, so...
Well,
These cars seem to go up in the air like balloons when they have a collision.
no downforce. Oh, Tad, no!
Whoa!
Am I out of your way? No. Apparently not. Well, hurry up. I can't reset if you were there.
Okay, so
I can't either.
this simulation is too good sometimes because the wing mirror is dirty and the sun is shining on it. Can't see.
Oh, wow, I've not noticed the different specularity of the dirt before. Yes, that's really good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I had to sort of move my head to look at the clean bits. Yeah.
Just have you got? You're on a steering wheel. If you're using touch controls, you can just rub the touch controls on near your mouth to make them wet, and then on the wing mirrors to clean them. Oh, this car's not very good at high speed. That's all. This car's a lot better on Blackwood. This track is a bit sketchy.
Rough.
Rough, yes.
Yeah, speaking of the layers of dirt, this is yet another game that would be improved by having Power Wash Simulator built into it. Snow Runner.
No updates from them lately because they're going for full release.
Oh, yes, they have. They did a dev diary. Well, they're doing news, which is good enough.
Yeah. This is physics, Izzard.
I mean, just take that particular corner slowly. Oh, fuck's sake.
Still did the barrel roll through that. It's bad.
I would have been fine.
Message for the editor, clip that bit.
I would have been fine, but then I saw it is on upside down in the road, and I was like, oh, I need to brake. I need to brake, and then it all went horribly wrong. Man, when you brake...
You should drive according to the road you can see ahead.
That doesn't really apply to a racetrack. Or I'd have to take that corner there at 10 miles an hour.
It does. You can't just assume that the track, unless you're in front, you can't assume that the track ahead of you is clear.
That's what a yellow flag is for, to warn you. You might have to make.
What, you ignored the yellow flag?
I didn't. I was like, oh dear, there might be oh bugger, smack.
So what are you saying? The yellow flag wasn't good enough of a warning?
I think I'm the weak spot here.
Explain how it wasn't your fault again, because you've
no.
gone through three different reasons that have.
Jesus, Tad bounced off 3 walls and just sort of ricocheted in front of me, like a suicidal hare on a road.
Oh, the hares are like that in England then, huh?
Yes.
Our squirrels are like that, and they're so dumb.
And foxes. I followed a fox once for about a quarter of a mile down the road.
Really?
Just going, dude, run left or right, stop running forwards, you complete muppet.
Ours are squirrels, and it is so frustrating. Like, yeah, I stopped caring. So you either need to figure it out or you're dead. this corner sucks with this car.
I'm getting the hang of it, which is to be much, much more gentle than I felt I should be with a race car. Like, much more gentle, or you'll just hit the wall, which would be embarrassing, wouldn't it, Mike?
If I go near it, I just do a barrel roll.
Go slower.
Like, ping, straight into the sky, doing a barrel roll. Excuse me?
Less is more. Oh, but you
The
can
bit I need to learn with
drift it. Go on.
the bit I need to learn with
Super
drifting is the last
tight corner.
1%,
Perfect.
because
Every time.
I'm pretty adept at doing a 99% awesome drift that ends badly.
Mostly come off the power, and then the car should come back to doing what you want. Yeah, that's the thing this game doesn't do very well, and I've never had a game
absolutely
actually
refuses to.
do a good job of it. Like, in a real car, the difference between skidding and not skidding is quite abrupt. So when you skid and the car comes back in its friction envelope, it will more or less snap and then start to go in the right direction. It's quite abrupt.
Yeah,
whereas
like stick and slip.
Yeah, whereas this seems to go much more sort of...
Blend between the two. It was like a
Yeah.
crossfader.
Yes.
Fell off the map.
Although actually, you know that video you linked earlier with the race drivers giving their sort of top tips? If you play it a bit further on, they were kind of talking about that, about doing things in proportion. So they were kind of talking about exactly that, when you feel traction come and go, and not being binary.
Yeah.
I don't like the car. Or I don't like this car on this map.
It's not very forgiving. There's a lot of walls.
It was quite rhammy.
I believe it also has a lock differential, because if you start to go around the corners, it does tend to wheel spin quite a lot. I was going to be gentle on the brakes, all drifting. Anyway, if anybody wants to come up and
My fucking god.
drive
All
around
right.
in a car park with me,
Screw this.
I should be doing that on the 11th. You're all welcome, apart from Malcolm.
How was your visit with Sai?
Sai? What?
Or
Welcome.
internet.
My
Internet Sai, not actual Sai.
I didn't go and see Izzard or...
Took a picture with him.
That was...
No, it wasn't.
No, I sent a message to him. I had dinner with the lead audio
Oh.
designer on some shitty Battlefield game.
Why do you hate Battlefield?
I don't hate Battlefield. The internet says it's rubbish. I've never played it. Because I'm not 12.
Me and my chums in the day were quite excited for Battlefield 1942.
Oh, 942. No, it's 2084. Whatever. What's the current one?
2048.
2048. Yeah. But he's left it
Yeah, 1942 was great.
because he's left now, and now he works for
Quite
Machine
fun.
Room Games, who are doing the new.
Machine Games.
Yeah, the new.
Not Machine
Sorry,
Games.
Machine Games, who are doing the new Indiana Jones game. I also discovered there's going to be an Indiana Jones game. So your marketing machine has not been doing well.
It's
there.
always a very interesting way to learn that.
I also double checked, by the way. It's not a Lego game, so I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Aww.
I know.
Main sound I remember from 1942 is people going, "I'm friendly."
I'm
Shot them.
friendly. And then they shot you, yeah.
Well, my favourite was Splinter! It's when I want to pick up from one of the friendly guys in your team if you're Japanese.
Oh, right.
Translation.
So, same track. Do you want a faster or a slower
Car
car?
sucks on this map.
I mean, you have it with the UF 1000.
The UF 1000, yeah. Oh, I see.
I was gonna
yeah.
say the DXR.
Okay, that's a. I will. All right, that's a slow car. They're slow.
Damn it. Fuck this car.
The first stock car.
Top left car, yeah. You don't have any choice. It looks like you have to either choose this car or a modded car.
What's it called? UF?
UF1.
UF 1000.
It's non. UF.
The
Yeah.
very first
The
car.
very top left-hand car. The slow.
Did you go hard track or rallycross?
The slow mini.
And not under.
Now I'm going to go with the open top.
Oh wow! You really got to brake for the turn. This thing's not fast enough for that. Come on.
You get penalised for speeding in the car park.
Yes, you do.
Oh,
The car,
speeding the pit lane.
it just the car doesn't really.
Speeding in the pit lane.
It doesn't really manage speeding the pit lane.
I got the wrong thing. Yes, I think
Alf, you're such a stickler for the speed limit.
Yeah, I managed to
That's a new thing to learn.
I've managed to overwrite my macro saying get in the same car somehow. I don't know how I managed that. Controls.
There it is.
That's not me.
Oh, Max got it.
Oh, control F1. Control F1.
What car is it?
UF1, the very top left car. The only one you can choose, I think.
Yeah, apart from the modded cars.
Yeah, which is correct.
Limo.
No.
Oh.
UF1. If you don't go to mods, go to normal cars. It's the very top left one. Name car. Dude, everyone's in the AF1 apart from you.
I don't care.
Not you, everybody else. The guy's like, what car are we in?
The answer is no, you can't, Schalke.
You want.
Go around that corner
On the
that fast.
1-minute lap, and I don't think it's lying. Oh.
Could someone just say that we're using stock setup because I can't type? But I mean, I'm using stock setup. I can't. Well, I'm not. I took the roof off. But it doesn't actually affect the car. It just makes me look cool.
You mean it'll cause a yellow flag?
Pretty sure Tommy's in the wrong car.
Oh shit.
Though that said, an ancient open wheeler versus a modern mini, I'm not even sure. Not sure which one I would want to be in. There he goes. He managed to hit it just in time.
Yeah, you did that fast.
And what does your vehicle index mean?
I hear there, DJ, don't squish me.
My vehicle index. Oh,
Are you talking to me?
Right.
it's our rammed Mike. Somehow Mike got away with it.
What, was that my fault?
No, you were on the inside. Izard just sort of veered over to you.
When I say I thought I was up against the wall. Crash barrier.
I said I know what you mean by vehicle index, by the way. That's like,
XTO, the thing that's written on
Pretty
his
sure it
license
means
plate.
license plate. That's the first 3 letters of my actual license plate. I always thought it always amused me. Just 2 of my initials and an X for extreme.
That was close.
that was extremely close.
Yeah, your vehicle index is what's recorded by the DVLA.
The registration.
Pretty sure
oh my God.
these cars are not in the DVLA.
7? I think it's 7.
Oops.
I admit I'm still a little bit confused about your question.
Don't
not
follow
sure
me.
how I wound up back in the back.
The question, what does XTO mean?
XTD.
Extended?
Brr. Are you talking to me, by the way, or are you talking about Tad's license plate? Because now I'm confused.
Talking to Tad.
Oh, right. This makes more
No, I
sense.
thought so.
I thought it was just a
No,
smiley
XTD.
face.
Ooh!
No, he's doing the answer, which is that it's the first bit of his actual license plate.
Ah. I am happy with my license plate, is the last part of it is off your fuck. And that's my mnemonic for remembering it.
Yeah, mine is the best one.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Oops.
Is it ass
Oh,
man?
right.
The best license plate there is?
I was like, hold on a minute, your car doesn't say boobs, but you meant in the computer game, not in the realities.
Oh yeah, not in reality. Jeez.
No. The best license plate in reality is ass man.
I'm the ass man. Come on, Patata. Come on, Patata Fratata. Your ass is mine. So this guy doesn't even have a number plate, so that's not legal. Oh, then maybe all the letters fell off. Oh, nice corner, sir.
Oh, coming in, Tad. Oh, sorry, Tad. Shit. Tad, sorry, mate. Sorry.
I mean, if you didn't want me in the pack, you could have just said so.
Sorry, I suck at this game. I thought I was playing make first for a minute there. I'm getting beaten up here. What's going on? Tommy! Come on, rock on, Tommy!
Oh, come on, car. Oh, no, I've run out of revs. Patata Fratata out and I are going into this corner side by side. Oh,
Back in a minute. Good to go.
Battle bottle, man. Battle bottle.
Oh, Ma! Poop knife! Poop knife!
No.
Yeah, just cut off the bit that's sticking out.
Awful.
I've decided I like this car because I've actually chased Patata Frita. I think his name is just Chips, by the way, for like 2 laps and actually made headway.
It's alright. Whatever your name is. Gaboo,
No.
whatever it is.
He's not.
You're just a menace.
Yes, I am. Beware.
I'm coming for you.
But in his
Come here.
in his defence, Tad, he's not trying to be a menace.
Are you sure about that?
Which is probably why he's succeeding so much better than he has any right to.
Tad's convinced, that I'm a menace, so I'm trying to keep away from him. He's
Well, you just spun me out. I've watched you spin someone else out.
Yeah, watch me spin myself out.
There we go. Absolute menace to society.
The other thing I like about this car is it is sedate enough I can have a drink down the straight.
Oh, that's good, cool. Drink. My dad's apricot wine on the go.
What?
That's...
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Is it? Are you sure?
Am I sure what?
Are you sure it's very nice?
Apricot wine?
Yeah. Well, it's more like a spirit. It's like a wheat brandy.
I mean, yeah, but...
It's very nice. Bear in mind, apricots are full of sugar, so it makes it really, strong. Stick it in to make wine.
Yes, well, if it's brandy rather than wine, yes, it would be.
Well, it's like a wheat... my friend said it was like a wheat brandy. So...
Well, I think the correct term would be a fortified wine then. Which just means wine with a lot of alcohol in it.
It's very nice. On my second glass, I'm trying to make it last. I've got fucking bottles of stuff.
You're trying to make
So
it last.
once you open it, well, I've decanted it out of the demijohns into small sort of bottles, little bottles. But once you open one, you have to basically drink it because it reacts with the oxygen and basically ages very quickly.
So. But so why are you trying to make it last if you have to neck it all quickly?
Well, not neck it within a day, but within a short period.
And just so I mean, why don't you? I mean, why have you done it into a demijohn? Why don't you do it into whole john? That would make more sense, surely.
It comes out of the demijohn.
Ah. I wonder what a demijohn... I assume that's a size that the Greeks used or something, isn't it? And you could get a whole john, which would... Demijohn, yes.
A john. You get a john.
Yeah, a whole john, half a john, then you get a... I don't know what quarter is. I only know it in Roman.
I mean, we had bathtub freaking alcohol during Prohibition, but why are you getting it out of the toilet?
What? No, demijohn, it does not mean half a toilet.
It's a 4.5 litre bottle.
We also saw Robin Hood Men in Tights. We know it's called a John.
Wow, that is a lot of wine. My mum used to make pickled onions, and she'd make her own vinegar for it. And like the house, it was beautiful. The house would smell of vinegar for days.
Vinegar.
Mmm.
The only thing you can, any alcohol-based drink you can drink but not get drunk on.
Really? Well, that can't be
There's no
right.
alcohol in it.
Well, there's alcohol. What?
It's not. It's totally sort of polluted, isn't it, or whatever?
Max,
Huh?
have a look when you get back to your browser. Have a look at different atmospheric conditions for concrete setting, particularly temperature. Well, say setting is curing really because it's a chemical reaction.
Yes. Is it exo
And it doesn't
endothermic?
really. It doesn't really dry at all. Because people think, oh, you're waiting for the water to leave the concrete, but it doesn't. It gets changed in concrete.
I actually do know
Yeah.
I do actually know the answer to this is endothermic. Concrete gets warm when it dries.
I was watching this one of these things where how they're building Sizewell C.
Sorry, it's exothermic. Endothermic would mean it gets cold, doesn't it? Yes.
Yeah, all around.
But anyway, they're pouring this massive like base for the this massive pit for the reactor, and then it's basically like a 3-day pour of concrete just non-stop.
Yeah.
2 days. It was just continuously pouring concrete, and they had to basically be very careful that it was consistent. And it was once they set it, it like take a month to set. 'Cause it was such a massive pour, and they had to spray water on the top to sort of stop it from cracking and sort of drying out too quickly because the surface dries quicker than the insides and all sorts. It was very, very interesting.
Well, the actual reaction goes on for years, if not decades.
Oh, really?
Just more and slower, yeah.
Hoover Dam's still setting.
So, I had to explain. I don't understand. I mean, from my
Simple
mind,
reaction
it's more
is just
concrete.
so
It's more concrete, and it's once it's hard, that's it. It's done.
But it's like- It's like
No.
it's like glass
The
though.
opposite.
Glass never really sets. It almost sets, but it sort of pours very slowly and gets a bit bulbous at the bottom. It's
Well,
nearly
it
solid.
acts like a viscous liquid.
Yeah, like a super
I
viscous
thought
liquid.
that was a myth.
Well, if it is, I'm not aware of it.
No. No,
And
the
the
myth is
amorphous
that
solid.
the myth is that old windows are thicker at the bottom because it's a liquid and it's just dribbling down.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, because in the old days where they made glass, you had to spin it in circles, and that made that sort of bulbous part when they cut them.
I'm in the XRE, so the electric one. And are you off, Mike?
I am indeed.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, and we'll see
What
you
smell was?
next week.
You will.
Max,
Bye.
they didn't make panes of glass by spinning it around and cutting off the bottom, though.
No, they cut it off at the centre. They made a big disc of glass. Didn't they? Am I going completely gaga?
I assume they. I don't know, actually. Anyway, so
They,
it's.
they didn't have the Pilkington process, which we have nowadays, to make nice flat glass.
Is
Oh,
that.
Pilkington.
Yeah, that was my first thought, but then I was like, no.
It is Carl Pilkington.
Pilkington
It
glass
Carl
is. I don't think Carl Pilkington invented that.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Carl
I can
Pilkington.
see an XR1. Is that the car we're using?
It's the electric
No,
one that we use.
XRE.
XRE. It's the modded one. Carl Pilkington is the comedian that does stuff with Ricky Gervais. I assume that Mr. Pilkington was not called Carl.
Sorry, is it?
I don't know.
Formula XR.
Do you know who I mean by Carl Pilkington, Max?
Yes, I do.
Sorry, what
comedian.
vehicle is it?
An idiot abroad.
Yes, that's the one. But I don't think he invented how we make flat glass.
Alistair Pilkington.
Oh, XR
Alistair
dash
Pilkington,
E,
aha.
okay. We always forget the dash when we say XRE.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's the one that we always use that should be in your favourites by now.
Well, it is now. I need to change the colours.
Someone, oh, dude, Tommy, for fuck's sake, use your eyes. Everybody else is in XRE, 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 and you choose Formula RC11. And damn is in the wrong one too.
Who's the favourite button?
It's a little star.
Ah!
Oh my god.
serious
Was that
goal.
you taking off then?
No, that was me.
What?
Why were you stopped in the middle of the road?
Because we haven't started the
Apparently
race.
you took off and landed in some wires.
Yeah, I don't understand how people could be this oblivious. Like, he's got taken the time to type what car, and it says in the corner.
Oh, come on, every car should have a pit lane limiter.
It should, shouldn't it? It's 50, though.
It's not hard to
Yeah,
implement.
that's kind of lame. What? Oh.
I mean, I'd say real cars don't, but I think even most real cars do.
Shulka, that was terrifying.
So this car does have downforce, so you'll have more braking during downward parts of the track. And I will force a restart.
Oh.
Good luck.
There's a really good YouTube channel called, I think it's called Practical Engineering, by a guy called Brady, who's a civil engineer. Have you seen those ones?
No.
I've seen it before.
Yeah, he does good videos about things like concrete, makes it interesting, and about how different aggregates work and different ratios of water and sand and stuff.
Right,
And effects on strength and crumbling.
Oh my word, there's stuff everywhere! And I've just tried to change gears so many times. Oh god, sorry, Schalke. I glanced.
That's what I heard the other day. Someone talking about electric cars and gearboxes.
Correcting me.
Don't have gearboxes.
Most electric cars don't have gearboxes, that is correct. A couple
Then why
do.
would you drive?
How'd you totally save me from myself
somebody
that time?
I'm
Because
sorry.
because if you want
No,
a
that was very helpful.
because if you want a
Oh.
car
I bet it
because
wasn't.
because if you want a car to have a decent launch, you'll run out of torque in your gearbox at about 100.
Right.
Because if you want to have your car with a decent amount of launch, you need to have it'll run out of torque at about 130 miles an hour. So if you're doing a car that is destined for the autobahn or maybe the racetrack, then you will have a gearbox. Usually 2 gears. Wow.
Yellow
It's a real
flag.
spinner to last turn.
Wait, what? Why did someone ram me? There's half a track. Why be on the wrong half of the track? I'm gonna have to agree with the restart, by the way, because this has just been a.
This is a interesting lap.
When you convert a petrol car to an electric car, you have 2 options, which is either direct drive or just to put the electric motor into the existing drive shaft.
Yeah, I was gonna say that'd be weird.
But if you do that, most of the time you don't need to bother coming out first. Like
Oh,
first.
I see.
You can do, but there's not a lot of point. But it does mean you get an awful lot more top speed.
Does it give you, I mean,
Humming.
theoretically, would you get more range if you were driving the drive shaft rather than the wheels directly?
No, because you're doubling the power.
Stop hitting
You're
me!
halving, yeah,
Yeah, halving the
No.
torque.
halving the torque, doubling the power. Yeah, it works
Stop
out.
hitting me!
Even if it
People
did,
driving like Wreckfest back here.
even if it did give you more range, it's offset.
He was kind of aggressive.
Even if it did give you more range, it's offset in practice by the drivetrain loss.
No one pushed you on that one, I saw.
Oh!
Yeah, I was trying to catch up.
What's on, Tommy?
Thank you. Should have given me enough back. Yep, I can get around. Excellent.
Oh,
Bye,
Matt, I
Tommy.
think you probably should have
Sorry.
reversed onto the track then, I feel. Drive
Yeah,
forward.
maybe.
No, I was
I wish
watching.
I had my horn.
I was watching the video Shaq did, and I reckon half the crashes we have are from people rejoining the track badly. Like, it happens a lot. My car is just fucked, thanks
In this
to
car, just pressing the accelerator at the wrong time.
that. Oh, shit. What key is it to change who I'm viewing? Because I've just hit it by accident.
V.
No. Who I'm viewing. Not,
Arrows?
I don't have any arrows.
Tab, shift,
No.
Escape.
T.
Alt F4.
T is...
Oh my
Sorry.
god.
Big belly laugh at the classic voice comms joke. Oh, Max.
Yeah, but the rare time it works. It's just like, oh
It's
god,
delicious.
that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, Claire has just pictures.
Like, you feel bad, but at the same time, it's like, you need to learn this. This is something you have to know.
I pressed escape, then I clicked on my name in the corner.
And then what happened?
I'm back in my own car.
Aha.
I don't know why it gives me the option
Oh,
to jump.
that's how you do that.
I don't know why.
Press the
yeah.
F4.
I don't know why it gives me the option at 150 miles an hour to click on somebody else's car and view through it, but it does.
Car is a lot of fun.
Right, I noticed that Broker is in the wrong fucking car. He's in the Foxy.
And he can eat our dust.
Well, I think he just set a best lap half of what we're doing.
Oh. So we've got a target now.
Whoa!
Sorry.
Brakes on this thing are kind of impossibly good.
Yeah, they're amazing.
I've driven a petrol version of a car like this, and if you weren't strapped in, when you brake, you'd smack your head into the steering wheel every time.
So the brakes are just this good.
Yep. I mean, it had the same engine as the Impreza. Fuck's sake! Same sort of engine as the Impreza, 330 horsepower, but weighed about a quarter.
Wow. Titanium block.
No, just plastic.
Oh.
Not the engine, the car.
Yeah. I wonder why we don't see some titanium blocks, especially for like indies, since they're throwing that kind of money at it anyway.
Carbon fiber's better at that point.
I mean, not for metal. You can't combust inside carbon fiber. I'm talking about the engine block.
Oh, right. I don't know if you get lightweight engines with titanium, con rods and stuff. I really don't know.
Well, they make them out of aluminum and just sleeve them with steel, but...
Jet fuel, melt steel. Too soon?
Tat! Max, what the fuck?
What did I do?
No, not you, Max. I think he came up the pits.
No.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah, and then you were just an obstacle.
Yep.
Same corner every time. I reckon there's some soap on the track at that point.
Right, I put it there.
Banana skin.
That's a bit of a shame
Yeah.
the game doesn't have anything like that. Like, if I hit my car on something, it doesn't drop oil on the track there.
Oh,
you
that
want
would be
like
too
wacky
much.
races?
We do not need that.
I've had it in reality, and it's
dear.
freaking terrifying.
He just wants to play wacky races.
Yeah, even the rubber on the track in this game is just visual, isn't it?
I believe it's constant grip, yeah. Is this our last lap, by the way?
Every
It's
lap is my
mine.
last lap.
Fuck!
Oh, this is going to be so close then! Wow.
Christ.
Look at those finish times.
I'm a DNF, I think.
That was
I
ever
don't
so...
think it's going to go a bloody straight line anymore.
Well, your car's probably knackered in that case.
Podium. Most of the podium isn't that much more fun.
Well, when you're at the top, let me know.
Well, when Schalke wasn't here, it was half the races.
Oh, you're gonna have to get better than Shulka somehow.
Well,
I think Schalke makes that one drive better.
this track,
This is also true.
I repeatedly hit people who were just parked and crashed in stupid places, or rejoining, or going too slow, or all the horror.
Coming out a bit
They were
lane.
there for all of
Going in
us.
the pit lane. There's nothing I could do, Mac. The track was just too narrow. I wanted to go around you, but I'd already sort of started the corner by the time I saw you and went, oh, there's a car here going much slower. Oh dear, smack.
Oh, yes. My fault entirely, I believe. By myself.
Oh, I don't know what you could do, Rick. Well, I mean, you could have got off the racing line,
I
but
could have looked at the overhead. If I didn't.
Oh, God, you can't just flip to that. No, what you should have done, of
No,
course.
no, no,
is
no. I mean
is-
the mini map.
Oh, yeah, I never look
I
at
didn't
it.
even bother looking at that.
I probably should. What you could have done, of course, is a shoulder check, but in VR.
Fourth.
And then gone. Wah!
Is it Brock in the wrong car? He's in the
Probably
Fox
for me.
Fox E, I think he is.
Next time you're perusing one of your telematics forums,
Hi,
if
Max.
you do that, can you
Definitely
find
not
out if
button.
there's any appetite for a True Force sort of layer?
Well, I told you
Translation
I'm going to
thing.
be doing that on Wednesday. I mean, not to
Did you look up? Yeah, did you look at see if they published the API
Then
for anyone?
I'll be doing that on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, I've got to take my car in to get the door rehung, and I will spend the whole day there. So I will have my laptop and I will do that. So I reckon that could be a fairly profitable. Fuck's sake, dude!
I wish I
Five
had my
minutes to
horn.
It was
'Cause
really
I don't
buggy.
think there's anything more insulting than just honking your horn at somebody stuck on the side of the road.
Wow, everyone is really lagging. Like Adrian, Tommy are warping all over the place. Tad's not.
What?
You're fine.
Well, you all are to me.
Oh, no.
What? That's cool.
Tad, no.
Yeah. You weren't there.
Whoa, freeze!
What car did we want for the next one then? I mean, I'm also happy with another track. This track is quite unforgiving in a lot of ways.
Challenging.
Challenging.
That might well have put a
Whoa! I like the. I do like the. I mean, I like Blackwood, but I also like the one by the beach with a very short track, and the long version of the short track, the beach reverse. I forgot what it's called now.
What did you pit?
I didn't pet.
Lost all your progress.
The other guy just pitted so
No,
he just picked a much faster car.
Oh. Well, he wanted
There's
a
no
new car.
squish.
Sorry. No, that wasn't on purpose. That was just me braking and sliding to the outside of the corner. That's the thing I think your video does miss, Schalke, is your assuming intent. In that case, I had no choice. My only choice would have been to let go of the brake and hit the wall at an even faster speed, and obviously that's not something I'm going to do. So I didn't try and block you, I was just going too quickly and ran out
Yeah,
of
but I do
choices.
show other people doing similar kind of stuff, and then the personal differences, even if it's hard to do absolute terms on how on purpose it's, and you can compare how much other people take care. Like
No.
Max is really good in like avoiding people joining in a bad way the road. Takes very good margins on that.
I'm just driving so close to the limit, there's no room left for error. Oh, who's parked there?
There was an error.
We started.
I tell you what though, this car is particularly good on the motion rig because on the tracks there's a lot of hard braking, and the rig does throw you forwards when you brake. It really does. And when you put your foot down,
Actually started. I thought we'd still be in the warm up.
Oh.
we're 3 laps in.
Okay.
But would we prefer to go to the beach
I-
one or to Blackwood after this?
No Blackwood. That has
Blackwood
been done,
Arms?
but not-
I want to see what it does on the beach.
Well, nothing. It just stops if you actually hit the beach. I mean, the level that's set by the beach, not actually on the beach.
I mean, I know, but
I mean, I can tell you what a car with slicks does on the beach. Nothing. Well, it wheel spins is what it does.
burns a lot of gas doing a lot of nothing.
I hate this corner. You can take it very quickly and then brake up the hill and then off and then hit the wall just a little bit as I screwed it up slightly. But I will say, if you ever go-karting after doing Live for Speed, you'll realise you have learned the reflex to yank your foot off the accelerator the moment the rear of the car starts to step out. And it's so much easier in real life than in a sim racer. So karting is kind of like easy mode compared to Live for Speed.
A friend of mine wants to make me go karting, and I keep saying I don't want to.
How much does he weigh compared to you?
About another sort of 20 kilos, maybe.
Yeah, do it. You'll win. You'll win every single race. Genuine. If you organise winners of a kart day from, they're just an order of height and fatness. I'm not even joking.
Do I have momentum?
No, you absolutely do not.
It's not by much, but I do not. Sorry, and I'm wrong.
Yeah, I couldn't have gone much faster around that corner without risking hitting the barrier. And that's why I've hit that wall quite a lot today, and I wanted to avoid it. So, Blackwood, what car are there? Any? I like the vans, by the way. I think we've had a lot of fun in those silly little vans. I think they've been absolutely hilarious. We've just done the XR. Variety is the spice of life, Tad. Plus, there's a limit to how much high-speed open wheelers I can do.
My favorite car.
Yeah, your favourite car sucks ass, so I'm ignoring you.
Said buses.
Could we do vans? Could we do vans then buses?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Wow. Yeah, that's...
Which bus?
So we're going to
Not
do
the omnibus?
the Tamago EV. And I will move us to a new track once everyone has finished. Oh, it's had a patch. It's now the Tamago EV002. Yeah, this car really amuses me because it's got that astoundingly bad set of like ESP. So once you get it a bit sketchy,
3 people.
it's really unhappy.
How are you spelling it?
Tamago. But if you look at the top left of your screen, if I do that, like that.
Oh, it's the all, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
All.
Yeah. I've just stuck it under my favourites, you see.
Yeah.
Close, Izzard. I mean, that is got some similar words in it.
What?
You've chosen You've just chosen one called the tomato. You genuinely have. I'm not even joking.
I have, haven't I?
Yes, you're in the Tomato PK61 as opposed to the Tamago EV002.
It's like the first couple of letters.
Actually, let's do
You have to hit all. You have to hit all.
Let's do the Fern Bay Club because we all know that one, and that one's really short. So that one should be quite interesting in this little thing. No, Doom, you're in the right car. Focus. It's a shame you can't just click on somebody else and say that car, please.
Oh, right, the default colours are blue, I guess. That's why everyone seems to be blue. Because they haven't changed their colours.
So waiting for Tad and Tommy.
Why is that loading?
Oh.
But I can get you into the map for now.
Let me just remove you then, Tad, sorry.
That works.
I think everybody's in the right car. Wait, what? Dude.
What douchebag?
Rude.
Yeah.
Max, you're all blue. Apart from your wheels.
You just got a stop-go penalty. Payback's a bitch. Oh, then the lights are green. I didn't pay any attention. Yeah, Tommy's warping all over the place.
He's an HPB, isn't he?
HPW. High-ping wanker, more like. Oh, and everyone's off on the first corner.
Yeah, well, it's in the first corner. Plenty more to go.
Press home that advantage. I've just realised Shaco's car is done up in the exact same colours as the Mystery Machine. Oh, Adria's flipped it.
Bit top heavy, isn't it?
Well, it is if you put two wheels up a massive curb, yes. No, no! I'd like one of these in reality, just like this. I think this would be brilliant. I just want one of these, exactly the same. Electric, maybe not a top speed of 68 miles an hour. maybe slightly quicker. Yeah, and I can just go places. I can just go around in my little van. Hashtag van life.
Caravan life. That's what you're intimating.
Say what, sorry?
So you're intimating caravan life.
No, van life is no caravan life. Something else. Van life is just like living in a van. Yeah, one that's been converted, not
quite fancy doing that as well. Hashtag me too.
It's got a speed limiter.
Yes, it does have a pit limiter because it's cool.
And a horn.
Legal requirement. Shortcut.
Bet you it's not.
It's when it starts to bounce. It's just like so the motion bounces with it.
It's unpleasant.
Bastard.
Oh, coming for you, Doom. 2 seconds quicker than you.
Wreckfest mode on.
The game's taking your side too. I just got big letters saying blue flag. Get out of here.
Bollocks! During my oversteer maneuver, I accidentally hit the button to turn the engine off. Bugger!
I'm gonna
would you
beat
do
you
that?
by ignition off. Oh, it doesn't work, does it? Oh, no, it doesn't.
There aren't that many buttons. Why would you waste one for that?
But I did it on the steering wheel. No, I only worked as I looked down and my dash was off. It's like, why's my oh yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, but you can just turn it off and on again.
Yes, but it was the mental part was like, why is my car not going? Oh, it's in gear. Oh, I don't have a dash. Oh.
Someone's being a knobhead. You'd be pleased though you didn't get any. I didn't get any advantage from thumping the snot out of you.
That's right. Ow! Come on, get out of here.
Ah, facing backwards. Well, that's what it's a giggle, really, isn't it? We're not here to seriously, we're here to have a good laugh at each other's incompetence. Gross incompetence.
I think you find
Right out of the backside of your car.
my incompetence is only at about 70 or 80, by the way. It's not gross. It's nowhere near.
Mine's definitely 144.
Interesting.
You don't get to tell me blue flag until you figure out how to actually load these people.
Whoa, held the drift. I'm getting better at that. I'm getting better at actually getting the steering wheel around in time to hold a drift, which is really tricky to do, especially because I can't see my hands to switch.
You're faster than me.
Maybe he's knackered his car less than you.
Possibly. He's been on his roof though, as have I.
Not the right car. Or the right...
Better racer.
Also, if these are battery powered, then
Yep.
they must have a massively low centre of gravity, not a massively high centre of gravity, which is what they're led to be.
Um,
Because all the weight is the batteries on the skid pan.
bear in mind, there's no one says this car has been done correctly. But if you don't put the car onto a curb, it's pretty good. You can slide it quite sideways. But yeah, a electric vehicles have a very low centre of gravity. Like that, you didn't roll it.
Design an electric van with the battery on the roof. Very bad idea.
Just do
Place
that.
underneath the stuff.
And then put more weight underneath it, yeah.
They need space for the passengers' luggage.
Yeah,
For charter buses.
between the roof and the battery on top and the weight on bottom.
Bastard, knock me off! Get him! Number
Nah.
28, Tommy, get him! Get him! Fist mode engaged.
You're making all sorts of friends.
Yeah.
Okay, same car or something else?
I don't like it. Bus. Let's do buses.
Yeah.
I like it.
Bus.
Side swipes,
Bus.
all of them.
That's right. All of them.
It's a very small track for a bus.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's of what about the PP50?
Oh, the PP Weepy, what it's called it.
The PP50. Or the Ace pickup.
Us.
PP, that's hilarious.
The bus won't fit. I mean, it's just too narrow a track. It really is.
That's a big version of this map.
It's still too narrow a corner. It really is. Should we try the Piran? Was quite good. What about the Stratos? Did that one handle badly? I can't remember. Let's try that one then. But yeah, we'll go on a bus on a bigger track. It just won't fit. I mean,
It's a bike.
you have to balance.
Electric motorbike.
You have to balance the bikes. So I'm in the Acosta Starling. And I'll tell you in about 2 corners' time if it's a terrible idea. You have to sit quite low or your head clips through the roof. Dude! Again, it pisses me off I can't do percent car percent as a macro.
Boring car.
Boring?
Yeah, it says it's calling it a touring car.
Oh, touring. Okay. So this is a Lancia Stratos Delta. This is one of the most beautiful cars ever made. Like, not very comfortable. Dude, what? It's the Acosta Starling. And
Max has got him.
And I said it there, and it says on the screen there. Like, what more does he want?
Funky windscreen.
Oh, well,
What?
but I wish I could say percent car percent, which would just list my current car. Or if you could just right click on someone and say get in their car. Not literally with them, that would be odd. Or this one might be a little bit, might be a little bit gentle on the accelerator.
It's trying to kill me.
Why won't this let me just... I know which car I want. I want to click on the thing to make it load. But I need to load the picture of it. To click on it to load the mod. Please.
Yeah, so as I said, add these cars to your favourites. I've got about a dozen in mind, and they're the same ones we've done. We haven't, like, done
Oh, wow.
hundreds. What? Did you do a really cool drift?
Scorpio was just flying around the track in his one car.
For the track.
Yes, cheating, big time.
So, that's annoying. It doesn't have a gear indicator. Yeah, close, Tad.
That's not... I haven't... Excuse me, game. I'm still in the garage. What?
Whoa,
Get out of here.
Pulling around someone's a challenge. Oh, these are beautiful looking cars, though. I want one. I looked at getting one. You can get replicas made.
What is it called?
Lancia Stratos.
Stratos.
Yeah, Lancia Stratos.
No, the mod.
Acosta Starling.
A something.
Black swipes.
A-C-O?
Just for Starling.
Acosta.
Like Starling without a G. So remember, straight line braking here.
Definitely a virtual gearbox. I keep
It's
trying to find the
barely
buttons.
it's one of those cars where if you go around the corner much slower than you think you should, you'll actually do really well. I put the car into it 2 drifts.
Sounds like a load of fun.
Got it back out. No, my point is that if you drive the car slower than you think you should, you'll do well. You can't drive the car as fast as you think you should because it's not burnout.
And my point is, it sounds like it's really fun.
Like owning a Ferrari, isn't it, really? You're not allowed to own a Ferrari because you might kill yourself.
I'm finding out.
And don't like you, they don't like you owning Ferraris
Who don't?
and killing yourself.
Well, Ferrari don't care.
They do.
Ferrari don't give a shit if you kill
Oh,
yourself.
they
Not
really give a big shit. So, what was it? It was Dead Mouse bought a Ferrari and tied it up in funny cars. They took it back off him.
Yeah, that's because he didn't buy a Ferrari off them. He leased a Ferrari off them and then broke the lease agreement. So yeah, if you buy a Ferrari,
okay.
you can do what you like with it. It's your Ferrari.
That's what I was going to say.
But yeah, that doesn't make it quite such a good story, unfortunately.
Yes, the technicality of having a lease is
Yeah.
basically renting it.
Not as if the guy couldn't afford it, but there are some Ferraris you cannot buy. You can only you buy the rights to lease it for £1 million, but it's never your car. So
Yeah.
that's the thing. But at that point, it's not your car.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he got it wrapped with like Nyan or something, didn't he?
something like that. Yeah.
I don't know why they give a shit. I mean, Saudi Arabia is replete with examples of ridiculously modded Ferraris. Loads of people do it. No one goes, "Oh, I don't want a Ferrari because someone modded it."
It's a bit of plastic on the paintwork. It's not going to do damage to it.
Well, it's not that. No, it's not
I
that.
need to
It was their image they were trying to protect, but all they really did was damage it by actually saying to him, "You can't do that."
Ah!
Who's behind me?
Mate,
I've got a blue flag. Oh,
That's 'cause
okay.
I'm gonna-
Where do I go? I don't know where to go.
no, but don't slam on the brake. Never act never act. Oh yeah, but you could have drifted around. Don't act unpredictably. The best thing you do if someone's a blue flag is just to, when you come out
Oh,
of
that
a
was
corner.
me driving normally, by the way. That wasn't me driving especially for you.
Well, yeah, but you could have gone around the corner without braking. But your best bet is
Oh, right, I didn't
when you
know that.
when you come out of a corner, just don't put your foot down. Let the other racer just overtake you.
Keep going.
This thing keeps trying to kill me.
It is quite. Yeah, you can't brake too hard.
100.
You can't accelerate too hard. I'm having to be quite gent
Yeah.
on the throttle.
You're forgetting I'm used to playing games where you just press one button to go and one button to stop.
Well, even in Wreckfest, you want to sometimes feather your throttle a bit, but not like this. This is like driving a hopped up. Well, it's like driving a Toyota Supra or something like that.
Back off the track again.
Like driving something I built in my garage and then put a massive motor on.
Does sound very nice.
It's not a bad sound actually. This one is it.
Fire up the Quattro.
Doesn't sound like an electric motor, therefore it sounds bad.
Did you catch Top Gear at all? Anybody last night? Anybody at all?
Ooh, that's reverse.
What?
Sorry, it's a TV show in the UK.
I think Shaco's heard of Top Gear as he is a human being on this planet.
I
Yes.
thought, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, last night's episode, one of the things that you mentioned was synthetic fuels.
Oh god, this
think
one.
so?
Yeah, they keep on talking about
Oh, think
synthetic.
so?
Yeah, it's not interesting because you still end up burning the shit when you're done, so it's a complete waste of time.
Well,
And
they said it was carbon neutral, which is better than nothing.
it's carbon neutral. That is
Yeah.
true, but it does output carbon monoxide.
Carbon dioxide.
So
Yeah.
no, monoxide, the dangerous one, the one that kills you. So
Yeah.
yay. Yeah, unfortunately, people are clinging to this one because it means they won't have to change across to electrics and this and that and this and that. But in practice, it ain't happening because there's not enough
Yeah.
time. So that means you need to get out an entire synthetic fuel infrastructure in the next 3 years, 5 years, 8 years? No, 3 years. It's not very far away, is it?
I don't know. It's 2030? 2030, isn't it? They're banning production of ICE vehicles in 2030.
Yeah,
So
say
anyone who's going to basically produce stopping them well before that.
oh, there's a lightweight mini.
Ooh, what's it called?
Try this one. UF Gym, as in a gym. You know, like a yeah, like not like the name,
Gymnasium.
but yeah.
No.
But yeah, synthetic fuels. Why? Because Porsche have got a synthetic fuel, and they keep on going on about it. But what did they mention the price? Did they mention that part in their?
Yes, they did. Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
And what price? What price were they talking about?
£10 a litre.
No good. Okay, at least they didn't try and dumb that bit down. It's like, yeah, but you can't mass produce it. That's the issue. There is no mass production of this. It's not going to happen. Well, not in.
Well, yeah.
In 8
no
years.
in
8 years there will be no new. Not in 5 years there'll be no new ICE cars. This year, 2022, there were no new petrol or diesel cars announced. Not a single one. Every new car.
Ever.
There was
because it's the UK, isn't it? It's not the world. It's the UK,
in the whole of the world, this year, not a single manufacturer released a single new petrol or diesel car. 100% of new cars were electric.
Not even Mazda?
No one did it. What new Mazda was out this year? There was the XC20, which is electric and shit. There just aren't any. There's no market for them. You'll continue
so
to
they're
get...
ditching the Wankel altogether? People still are weird about the rotaries.
They dropped the Wankel engine. Hey, what's the last... Actually, you say that. I saw a Mazda motorbike the other day.
They're still making XRs.
I saw
what?
I saw a I've got a photo of it. I'll put it on Discord. It was a rotary engine motorbike, which it was just something I've never seen before. I didn't even know there was such a thing.
That was really
New cars, I mean, MG4, which is sort of ID4 size thing.
Sorry, I missed the beginning of that. What was that?
MG have announced a new EV, which is the MG4. So smaller than their MG5, which is the estate. This is more like the ID3. I mean.
Well, they should call it an MG3 then.
This thing sticks to the ground.
Oh, Brock's out.
Right, come together, mate. Come together there.
That wasn't your fault, Max. But yeah, so what my point is that the market for petrol and diesel cars has already dissipated. Starting to say, we can replace the fuel.
Second-hand market one aside.
Oh, well, second-hand, yeah, but we're talking about the new cars, new types of cars, because obviously in 2030 you're either buying a new car or you're buying a car that got made this year. You know,
Before
give or take.
2030.
Now we wait and see if public charging infrastructure can keep pace.
Wow.
That's a fair point. Oh, sorry.
Well, you saw the photo I put up the other day from a BP petrol station saying about
with the 3 bags on them.
No. This was a more recent. No, that was McDonald's. I know this was a petrol station. It was a BP one, I think. It had we're pushing towards the future and green and zero carbons and all that. So they had a sign up telling me how good electric cars were, but didn't have a fucking charge station. But the car park next to them did, and they offered free charging. So I said, I got loads. These cars are sweet.
Rock.
What's sweet?
Yeah,
bumper
these
car.
sweet little things. I love them.
Oh.
Watch out for those two, Max. They're crazy.
And laggy.
They both hit me as they went past.
But yeah,
so I attack them for revenge.
I don't know the exact number, I'm afraid. I would have to look it up. But Brighton does have the right thing. I think there are 20,000 charge spots in Brighton, all available via lampposts, which is amazing. That's the way you solve a problem in a place with no parking. I'll say overnight, but so yeah, that's where I'll see things going. But it's destination chargers more than quick chargers.
So basically flatten the car, get to your destination, then park it overnight on the street, getting sort of charged back.
Well, not even that. Park it in a hotel or on your mum's driveway or at the cinema or generally speaking, this is the bit that people forget. When you're going somewhere, you're going to do something. You don't go there in order to come back again. So the car park where you park...
Unless it's for the company driver.
Even then...
Or you're dropping the kids off somewhere.
Well, yeah, but you're not likely to be driving hundreds of miles to drop the kids off. Well, maybe to Borstal in your one's case.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, you don't drive.
Good old Wisconsin.
So, I mean, my car has a range of 150 miles. I can't think of a situation where I would drive 150 miles somewhere, which is, you know, and then come back again. Like, what am I doing?
Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not talking about your country, Tad. That's.
Yeah. I mean, my dentist is about 3 miles away. I started with my dentist.
Because
I can't remember spitting blood and feathers, but you know, that's fine.
Kansas.
Yes, but
The
Feathers
moment
in
you
your
get
mouth.
to Kansas, the only thing you want to do is get out of it.
Well, something like that.
Dad, Schalke even. Very bad naughty Schalke. Thankfully, I could drive. What? You crushed me all.
I'm marking myself.
I was entirely.
That's at least the other thing.
Oh, physics. No, I managed to actually get all the way off the track and still overtake you and still not lose it. These cars are awesome.
Brighton's a bit of an outlier though, because their whole parking get-up is different to most towns.
Yes, it's broken.
There isn't really any.
And they hate the motorists quite heavily.
Well, the problem with Brighton, and I have mentioned this before, and again, I can't give the exact numbers, is they did organise permits for residents for parking. And it turned out some months after they've organised these permits, they gave something like 20,000 permits out, but there's only like 10,000 parking spaces. Actually, it was more than that. I think it was a 4-to-1 ratio. So 40,000 permits were given out, but only 10,000 parking spaces. And the council were quite happy to take your money for this.
Oh, yes.
But they have... That's
And then they put the car club in, and then they put
sorry?
the couple other things which basically gobble up car spaces like the bicycles and the bins and things parked in the road.
Yep.
Yeah,
But-
it's a bit stupid to ask me.
But when you have lamppost charging, it begins to not matter where you park. You're quite likely to park near a lamp post. Having said that, I keep seeing this. Oh, but what about the people without parking? It's 6 million households in the UK don't have off-street parking. So 6 million. That's it.
Just help each other out.
If I lived in Brighton, I'd probably carry a charging cable, but I got rid of I sold my public charging cable a few months after getting the car, because I just barely ever needed it.
I mean, if you live in Brighton,
You can always buy another one.
you don't need a car anyway. Like, it's just not. You just don't. You just take the bus everywhere.
Buses. You've got to factor that in. It's one of the things I think people, when they're arguing about vehicles, they don't very rarely take the, I hate saying it, but the holistic view, you know, of all the transport options rather than just going, oh, I've got to have a car. I'm like, well, do you really?
Yeah.
What's wrong with a taxi? What's wrong with an Uber? What's wrong with bus? What's wrong with, I don't know, walking or cycling or something else, like an e-bike? You know?
I mean, I can tell you what's wrong with an Uber. I had a few friends over from the arcade, and we worked out for the cost of them all getting an Uber to my place, they could have hired a car.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. But yeah,
Did they go very far? I mean,
no, because it counted as not a central journey, because I'm just outside of central Leeds. Yeah. No, the problem we have with public transport in this case is very much looked upon as the, you know, you're unemployed or incompetent or you can't afford a car, unfortunately. That's what needs to change, is the perception of public transport. Oh, you know, public transport needs to be less shit. That's why I don't even, like, you know, I'm planning to go somewhere like down south. I don't even think about taking the train. It's not, it doesn't even enter my mind. Should I take the train? Yes. Should I fuck? So I want to make it there. I don't want to have to breed other people.
Delicious. Oh man.
I'm not even moving, and you
My
guys
steering's really fucked up.
Oh yeah, I can see. Yeah, small track, quite slow, good cars. You know I can't restart the race if you keep hitting me, right? There we go.
Sounds like a you problem.
That's because this car, I think, is a weight. It's supposed to be a weight strip version of the UF1. Yeah, I don't mind if people specifically pick worse cars like Max has. That's fine.
faster, faster. want to go around a corner and just watch it topple over.
Only if you break. They don't actually do that in reality. They made them do that for that skit.
Yeah.
Not that it wasn't a great skit, but not very representative.
Yeah.
There was a bit on
Maybe a lot.
I bet it did a bit on Top Gear where they did the three-wheeler Robin Reliance and they made them roll a lot. But they don't actually roll that much. Nice bit of two-wheeling there, Tad.
I think I got bumped.
Whoa!
Blue side swaps.
No, that's not fair. Sorry.
This is full. Do I look empty to you?
Wait. Again, Jalka, what was you suggesting I do? Throw an anchor out and not slip down the slippery grass hill?
Yes.
Well, okay.
Like you do with SnowRunner.
But that's not an option. Like, there's nothing I can do.
Which was so funny.
Whoa.
I'm just gonna winch right here.
Emergency
Oh my
winch.
god. While flying down the track.
I regret that. One of
Okay, go away.
our
I don't need your stress in my life.
one of our patrons has made a playlist of all of our SnowRunner streams.
Interesting.
I don't know why.
Well, you could do that.
Yeah, I could, but why would I?
Time.
No, but why? No, even if I had time, I don't think I would do it. Like, it's about, I don't know, 500 hours of us playing SnowRunner.
And we still
Oi.
are so disappointed in it.
I know, SnowRunner is so close to greatness and just has so many niggles. Such beautiful, beautiful core, and then all sorts of broken shit all the way around that core. No! Hey, we did it. We actually took the corner side by side, like professional race drivers.
Yeah, what would be nice
They
is
each could go bald.
if they just came out of nowhere and went, right, there's a new version of SnowRunner coming. It's got no new features, no new content.
I was
It's
parallel.
all fixes.
And 8-player support, and dedicated service,
And VR.
and VR, and motion
Go.
platform support. Yep.
And the moon on a stick.
Well,
Treeforce. Oh, no, it's already got Treeforce.
we're not asking for very much. Like, VR support is reasonably trivial to add these days. Motion platform support is
Motion.
definitely trivial. It's shockingly easy to add.
You added it to, well, it's not speak, Astro Trucks, didn't you?
I've added it to my SnowRunner clone as well.
Yeah.
It's one
I thought
that
you
it's
gave
one-
up on that.
No.
It would have been so cool to just transport logs on Mars.
Well-
Despite that making no sense whatsoever.
Well, I mean, that is what Blood Rose was beginning to. Obviously, she has to move house now, but she was looking at designing levels for that. But obviously, Astro Trucks is carrying logs in space. Not that there are any logs, but you're carrying other things in space.
Hey, Mars miles in space.
Whoa! What the fuck,
Oh,
Tag?
Starlog.
Freezing.
We're going.
Hello, DJ.
What did you do? You just stopped. Like, I don't know what you did.
No.
I didn't see any brake lights. You suddenly just got big and I hit you.
You could carry
Oh, God.
Captain Log in space.
I could
No,
carry.
I don't think I can. Oh, it's over. Damn it, DJ.
Sorry, it's
the hell?
say that again. I didn't hear what you said, but I've come up with a very clever joke, but it might have been the joke you just did. So please say what you said
You
again.
could carry Captain's logs in space.
Damn it! I
or
did
on
come
Mars.
up. I did come up with the same joke, but you'd have beaten me to it. I
Well,
reckon.
thank you for wrecking my
Whoa,
car
no.
right at the pit stop. Jesus.
Yes, you can take that chicane much faster, but not when there's another car there. I think this might be my favourite combination of car and track we've done in a while. The track is so suited to them because they're so light.
Yeah, the car's pretty good.
Yeah, I was hoping to squeeze past you, is that I had loads more speed than you, and I'm like, I can do this, but I didn't. I hit you, so sorry. But there was sadness in my heart as I did it.
Oh, just as a perfect 360. that you?
Yeah, no, could have been anyone. Did you see his face? What makes you think it was me?
The cackling.
Wow, you
Perfectly synchronised cackle.
because you went. I did a 360 and then you did a whole bunch of 360s.
Yeah.
What time is it? Oh, 11 o'clock. Okay, still got a while yet.
Alright, I can't do that corner with other people around. Let's see. Oh, just right.
People watching.
Incidentally, I think my frame rate issue is only on Blackwood as well.
Yeah. Ah.
Oh, we haven't got a plan for tomorrow, do we? Any
Hey,
thoughts?
Shulker.
It's not goalkeeper.
Courtkeeper's Wednesday and Raft is Thursday, I believe. Well, I could be wrong. Now I've said that.
Well, it is now. You're the boss.
I would like to play more Redout, as it was really good. Really enjoyed that, even though we're all absolutely shocking at it. Outer Space was also good, and we're beginning to get there. Well, fast spaceships.
I'm probably on Falcon and squishing that.
Alright, let's see if I can.
Carve no brake light.
Let's see if I can do this corner. So you can take it really quickly if you do it right.
Yeah.
But I don't think it has brake lights, which is why Tad braked and then I just rammed him.
Ramming me into the pit lane.
I don't think there's anything we're actually looking forwards to, though, is there? There's obviously there's the Power Wash patch. There's Ministry V7. But other than that, I don't think there's any.
Yeah, that's not happening soon.
I mean, there
War
are.
Thunder is probably something that needs set up in or try at some point.
Although, Ministry news, did you see?
No.
Oh, he's starting to develop new weapons again. So he's getting back into it.
Cool.
He's still derping around, but, you know.
Okay. I didn't hear what Schalke said because Tad got very excited about Ministry. Something set up something.
War Thunder?
Oh,
War Thunder.
yes. That will require some setup on my part.
I wonder what they are doing because of Russia.
Definitely not tomorrow because my arse is numb from having sat in this chair for the last 3 hours.
I've played another sort of half hour of Satisfactory, and I think that part of the appeal is that there isn't really any time pressure, right? So you could just...
No, there isn't.
Okay, so you can just take your time and enjoy the
Oh, yeah.
redesigning.
And there's so much to do. And 99% of it, you have to do it, or you have to tell yourself you need to do it. Like, I need to make this product, or this whatever, so I need to do all the other steps. Which means I need to find the resources. Where are they? Off I go exploring!
Nice.
So it's about the journey, not the...
Yes.
Wow, I managed
You already know the
managed to
destination.
even this car. Sorry,
journey's
Shulker. Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh, nice to dodge.
Yeah,
I will check to
those
see.
speaks on the...
I will check to see if the train patch is out for Astroneer as well. I did have a big patch, but I don't know if it was just because I hadn't updated it in a while or because it had come out. But
Major thing Satisfactory has is the alternate recipes. That is so different
does
from
make...
all the other logistics games. Well,
Wait, Fortress Craft alternative recipes? What are you talking about? Instead of Terraria?
no, it's just different ways to make it. Or I guess that is alternate recipes, yeah. But, yeah. Give me a minute, I'm dumb. Well, other than like the one machine frame that you needed for pipes, or not pipes, but the protected conveyors. Like you could make them in the crafting grid, or the crafting table, or automate them, and that was the only real alternate.
And there were a few things that had alternate recipes, but only because I didn't remove the old ones. It does make me sad though that as a lifelong and avid games player, there isn't anything I know I'm looking forward to, because all the stuff I know that's coming out, they're all the sort of the AAA games I don't really play.
Yeah.
and that's a shame.
That's why I have got something to look forward to, which is PSVR 2, because that will have some good VR games for it.
Hmm.
So that is definitely something to look forward to.
Yes, I did see the accidental picture of it from a PSVR developer, who then deleted it, and then Sony went, "Oh, fine, we'll show everybody what it looks like then." And then they responded back to the developer.
Oh, no, the one that came out the other day with it sitting on a chair. But
Yes.
Like everyone already knew what it looked like. In fact, the only thing that people don't know about it, as far as we know, is the price and the launch date.
But that was final hardware. That's the first time that had been seen and wasn't supposed to be shown.
Well, apparently not, because if it was either broken or not put together properly, because there was like a bizarre thick seam on it that no one was expecting. So that's what people got all lost in the details of.
But yeah, the developer wasn't supposed to show it, and as a sort of a joke and a kind of a good sort of public PR thing, Sony tweeted a picture going, "Well, we weren't quite ready to show you, but here you go." Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they already showed what it looks like, but the other thing that came out in a couple of days ago was that the cable is going to be detachable, thank God, because I, like a lot of people, have rolled over their cable and broken it in the past, and having it fixed to the headset is a major pain in the bum. So the fact that you'd be able to detach it would be nice.
Is it a molded plug? Wow, I'm trying to think of
Molded plug on the PSVR one.
I'm trying to think of any other headset that's got a permanent plug. They're usually a custom end, but I can't think of any other that are actually molded. Wow, I'm surprised.
PSVR one, yeah, it had the version one. It had like a modular cable. Excuse me, instead of like a short cable and long cable. But yeah, it was fixed at the headset end. Very bad.
Yeah, it's a terrible idea.
I'm gonna head off to bed now.
Okay.
I'm gonna head off to play other games, including Satisfactory.
Ah!
I don't think I've seen him play it.
Who?
That's all you're seeing me play lately.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because I really need to get ready to go to freaking New York for the rest of the month.
Take it with you.
Oh, that's why I bought that laptop.
Yes, I am hoping. Come.
Oh. I forgot. We're good.
I am hoping to do an Astro Truck stream tomorrow, as I did some serious optimizations to it.
Ooh.
Like several million polys per frame reduced. But Zebra reported no performance difference, and I'm like, I just don't believe you. I just don't believe you. But I need to support reprojection explicitly. I need to try and target 45 frames a second rather than 90, and then allow for reprojection.
I do not know what those mean.
It's VR terms.
Ah.
But I also did a fully laden massive transport ship run earlier, but it took me 23 minutes and quite a few impacts to get from the pickup point to the drop-off point. So I don't know whether or not that's good. There's a lot of money you get, but it's a lot of money in one long amount rather than little spurts like with the taxi. So I need to sort of see, is this fun? I mean, I enjoyed it, but I was also awful at it, so I suspect I could have done it in a lot less than that.
See you later.
Bye-bye. We also said we were going to play Stardew Valley, but that requires a mod for more than 4 of us. I don't know what else is there.
Stardew Valley work. Multiplayer for the dating scene.
Well, there is a multiplayer version of it. It's just that it's limited to 4 players. There's a mod to take it up to 8.
We can all play at the crops.
Oh.
Until the cave opens up, then half of us will be mining.
I find it strange how many people join this server, given how many Live for Speed servers there are. Like, we do get a lot. A guy called Luke just joined. Although the server's up all the time, so maybe people playing it even when we're not here.
Right, well,
Okie dokie, well, hopefully see you tomorrow.
Losing people left and right.
What day is it? Not Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah.
I might be cycling first.
That's fine. Yeah, I've got.
As tentative for goalkeeper.
Yeah, no, I've got.
Wednesday, not Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the tether in to get the door rehung on Wednesday. And on Thursday, I'm taking someone to a
You stole
prom.
your door.
No, I'm getting a slight whistling noise because the door wasn't quite. It's only about a degree off, or 2 degrees. It's very, it's almost right, but it makes a terrible noise.
Wrong enough to be annoying.
Yeah, it's not just like, oh, that's a bit annoying. It's very loud sometimes, depending on how the door was shut.
Interesting.
Then on the 13th, I got to take the car back to the rat place to get some more issues fixed. I'm waiting for them to go, look, we want to replace the whole wrap. And then I go, let me decide what colour I want. But when I was there last week to pop in, they had someone wrapping a Mercedes in chrome. It looked amazing. Like, like properly, wow, this is just unbelievable. Oh, the lower lod has brake lights, but the top lod doesn't. Amazing.
What?
As the people drive further away, the brake lights appear, but the high lod doesn't have them. But yeah, I will call it there, as I haven't been sleeping very for the last couple of nights, and I need to make the build that I built go live. So thank you all lovely people for watching, whoever you are out there, and we will see you all tomorrow for a computer game.